He stood beside a fresh mound of dirt, boots sinking deeper into the grass. Steely gray clouds loomed overhead before cracking open a downpour across the city, drenching him to his bones. An avalanche of flashbacks crashed through his mind. Joyful memories, endless nightmares. Mustering up an ounce of faith seemed impossible as he stared at the soil, failing to grasp how death had stolen a life. "Jack!" a voice called out from behind. "Time to go." Addison Reynolds, early 50s, silver-haired, paced back and forth beneath an umbrella with a cell phone pressed against his ear. He checked his watch, then motioned to the driver. Shivering at the growling voice, Jack knew the only reason they were reunited was because of their bloodline. As he gazed up at the darkened sky, the rain streamed down his face. For a moment he imagined each drop being a tear from heaven. Closing his eyes in silent desperation, he searched for answers. Prayers are wishes that never come true. He blinked and dropped a white rose onto the muddy mound, whispering, "Come back." "Last goodbyes are over," his father ordered. "We need to leave." Jack trudged between the tombstones, surrounded by tin shanties. "How could you bury her here?" "She chose the dangers of this place, so this is where she will remain." Without a second thought, Jack lunged forward and swung his fist, only to be dropped with a thump to the mud. His father never even let go of the umbrella. "Get in the car before you embarrass yourself, son." On his back, clothes soaked and muddied, he blurted, "You failed to protect her." "Your sister believed a myth, and now she's dead." By the time Jack reached the car, his father was already in the back seat. Jack climbed into the passenger seat and stared out the window, refusing to allow his father to see the tears welling up as they traveled across Manila in 8 lanes of chaotic traffic. Wiping his bloodshot eyes with his forearm, he admitted his faith in a greater power would never be as strong as Rachel's had been, yet he was the one left alive. As they entered a private airfield, his father ordered, "Never come back here. Understood?" Without answering, Jack climbed out of the car and stomped across the puddled tarmac, with his backpack slung over his shoulder. He couldn't help but wonder if he'd see his father again. Climbing the steps of the Gulf Stream, he entered a darkened cabin illuminated with a soft yellow glow. He buckled his seatbelt, eyed the liquor bottles across from him, and fought the urge to drown the ache in his soul. "You must be Jack." A woman in her early 30s, with sandy blonde hair and dressed in a pantsuit, slipped into the seat across from him. "I'm Natalie McNaughton. I work for your father." As she shifted in her seat, Jack noticed a holstered weapon beneath her coat, and her strong South African accent offered a clue as to where his father might have been for the past few years. "It's not the first time I've been escorted back," he said. "To be honest, I never knew Mr. Reynolds had any children." "Well, now you've met the whole family." Jack glared at McNaughton. "What exactly do you do for him?" "Head of security, mostly." She offered a disarming smile. "Today I'm your bodyguard." "What do you know about me?" "I'd imagine you're like most boys who love their fathers, Jack." "That was never in the cards." He weighed his words. "What happened to Rachel?" McNaughton glanced around the cabin. "Strict orders not to discuss. I've been here for a week and no one has told me anything." Her head turned toward the cockpit. "Sometimes it is better to leave a tragedy behind. She's the only real family I've ever had." Jack noticed her brows raise. "You didn't know?"